Good afternoon. How are we out there around the world? Let's make sure we're live. Let me just mute that real quick. Another day, another run in the house. Actually, the shoe that I ran in is right over my right shoulder. A very exciting shoe that I've been waiting for a long time. How we doing? All right, who's going to be first on the screen? Let's get this show on the road, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday, is it? Actually, in some parts of the world, it's already Thursday. So, shout out to my brother across the world in Thailand, in case he's watching. All right, here we go. New York 77 in the house. He is first on the screen. Thanks for tuning in. Onward and upward. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know. Can you hear me? Let me just make sure here. One second. Okay, I think we are live and Adam. All right, you know the drill. Where are you watching from around the world? Global. Let's get some shout outs on the screen. All right, let me just take these headphones off. I think we are live and rolling. Hello, Amber. Good to see you, Amber. Tommy's here. What's up, Tommy? The running Jedi. Good to see you. David's onward and upward. What's going on, Lou? Good to see you, Lou. Greeley in the house. What's up, Greeley? That's a local Colorado. What's up, Andrew? Oklahoma. Hello, OKC. Good to see you. Hola, Steven. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Sup from STL? I'm thinking St. Louis. Am I right there? All right. Shout out to St. Louis. If it is St. Louis, greetings from Louisiana. All right. Or Los Angeles. You tell me. I think we'll go with Louisiana for now. Sam is in the house. Hello, Sam. Good evening. Hello from Germany. Katie. Good to see you, Katie. Oh, thanks for tuning in from, it's probably getting a little late over there across the pond, but thanks, Katie, for taking a little time today. Talking about running injuries. All right, that'll be the focus. But first, getting some shout outs on the screen. Benton in the house. Hopkinsville, Kentucky here. What's going on? Hopkinsville. Hello, Eileen from California. Allentown, PA in the house. Cheers, everybody. Oh, man. Actually, I don't know if I've ever used this emoji before. So, yeah, just to confirm, in case you're wondering what we're going to be talking about today, oh man, this is a sad one, but I got to do it. Here it is. Have I ever put this on the screen? I don't think I have. There. Did you know? Injury is I never like to use it because it's not exactly a positive situation, but yes, we do have an injured butter emoji. All right, Kansas City for Steven. I see. Very, very good. Hello, Dominic, tuning in. Madison, Mississippi in the house. Good. Watching from West Lafayette, Indiana. Courtney, very cool. Philly in the house. Nice. Onward and upward, Steve in Florida. Good to see you, Steve. What's up? Motivation Theory running. Virginia. There we go. I guess I thought maybe it was Pennsylvania, but it's good to know Virginia. Awesome. Good to see you. Ciao. Nico is running the New York City Marathon on Sunday. I remember that, Nico. Are you in New York? Or because I believe you're from Italy, based on those flags. But are you already in New York, or are you flying you're probably on your way very soon, if not already there. What's going on, Isaac? Good to see you. And of course, how was your run today? All right, start thinking about that, or maybe you're about to go out for a run. I just got back. That's why my hair's a little crazy. 5.7 miles, laps on the grass. All right, it was fun. If you're watching this on replay, you can go see the run on Strava and see the shoe that I ran. Actually, since you're here live, shall I show you who owns the Nova Blast 3? All right, I frankly have no thoughts on this shoe yet. Why? Because I ran on grass for 5.7 miles. It was too soft. You know what I mean? I did the grass, you can't feel the midsole quite. It felt fine, but I wasn't jumping, doing backflips for the ride today because it was just 5.7, which, believe it or not, running on grass is much, much harder, much more difficult than running on concrete or pavement. So, ASICS Nova Blast 3 out for testing officially. We'll get you the full review at some point. Not yet, but anyway, who owns this shoe? And bonus points if you own this colorway as well. All right, let's put it back back up on the shelf. I might have to put it on the scale here. Should I do the durometer? Actually, I'm very curious about that. We'll do that in a second. But first, Justin on the screen. What's up, Justin? Hello, Tommy. And yes, I want to say right now, happy birthday to Crystal. Crystal, love you. Thank you, Crystal, for all the love back to DGR and to the DeMoor fam. So happy birthday to Crystal. We love you. All right. That's Tommy's better half. I'll just put it that way. All right, Sharon, Nova Scotia. Very cool. Vermont is here. Orlando, Florida is here. Matt. Oh my goodness. Matt is running the New York City Marathon, and Matt has a very inspiring story. I just, super chat coming in. Thank you. Matt got the comment of the day. Was it this morning? Or I think it was this morning, Matt. Anyway, go listen to Matt's little story in the comment of the day. Matt, you're amazing. So best of luck to you at the New York City Marathon. Motivation Theory running still in the house. All right, King is here. Very good. Oh, man, Damo knows what's going on with the injury butter emoji. All right, Nico. Okay, Peter. Oh, man, I cannot keep up. And there was a super chat. All right, oh, my goodness. Here we go. Santos Duran. Okay, here we go. Thank you for that super chat. So Santos says, Seth, I traveled from Los Angeles to Amsterdam to run my first marathon. I came across your videos from 2019. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the super chat, Santos. You're welcome. That was my first marathon. Yeah, 2019. It was an inspiring, experience, race. Instagram, haven't forgotten about you either. Instagram, love you. Hope you're doing well. So Amsterdam was amazing, and I definitely crashed the last 3 miles of the race really bad. I think I was running 5:20s and then ended up running 7-minute pace those last 3. I just really crashed. But anyway, Santos, I'm glad you found those videos, and I look forward to getting back to the racing scene at some point. As you all know, I'm coming back from that injury. But here we go. Hello, Julia and Ryan. Back-to-back, Julia and Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. All right, St. Louis half this weekend. First one for me. Nice, Matthew. That's exciting. And I didn't realize St. Louis was having it. So on Monday, I guess mark your calendars right now. This upcoming Monday, what would be the 6th, roughly? 5th, maybe 6th? Whatever Monday's date is, we're going to go live again in the studio right here to celebrate everybody's racing from this upcoming weekend, okay? So make sure you tune in Monday to the live stream. We're going to talk all about your racing from around the world. Obviously, talk about the New York City Marathon, talk about the World Mountain Running and Trail Championships over in Thailand, which my brother is competing in, and then talk about the St. Louis Half Marathon. There's a lot of racing happening before the weather gets too cold in the Northern Hemisphere, so I think it's going to be an exciting weekend of racing. Meredith is always tuning in. Thanks, Meredith. And if you want, Meredith, I'm recognizing your name from the Strava group, so we also have a couple Strava groups, but anyway, Meredith, thanks for being on the live stream. Hoping for New York City in 2024. Julia, frankly, I'll just tell you, so did somebody see the news? It sounds like for the Paris Olympics 2024, all right, Paris Olympics 2024, so 20 months away, roughly, 22 months away maybe. It sounds like Kipchoge is going to do New York City in 2023, Boston 2024. Am I crazy? Did anybody else read that in the news? So that means next year. Oh, you said 2024 though, Julia. Anyway, if he is racing New York City next fall, there's just that's an extra tug to maybe try and get into New York. Okay. Onward we go. So Bridger, he is out of college. He's been out of college for quite some time, but he'd appreciate you asking that. Hello, everyone. Otto. Okay, so any more? Let me just make sure I'm not missing any more super chats or shout outs. Let's see. Razor 4 thoughts. It's a great shoe. That is my review. There you go. Nice and easy 5-mile recovery today. There we go. Spencer's here. Good to see you, Spencer. More listening, but in the horse capital, Lexington, Kentucky. Last workouts before Indy. Nice. Ooh, when is Indy? Is that in Is Indy? Yeah, let us know, Spencer. When is Indy? I don't remember. Tyler's here. All right, everybody. This is Tyler. All right, there's Tyler, the one and only, the legend. He did the guest vlog maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Thank you, Tyler, for everything. Okay, and Nico says flying to New York tomorrow morning. So Instagram, just so you know, we're talking about injuries, all right? Haven't forgotten about you. If you want the better audio, hop over to YouTube. So 2 injuries this year, and let me just take this down, okay? And then we'll get to your stories, your questions. Start thinking about your injuries and returning from injury. And so this has been a difficult year, but it's okay. For me mentally, it's okay because I'm always playing the long game with my aerobic development. You all know that. So I'm not fretting about even having to take, I couldn't even move like this. So I guess for the new subscribers, raise your hand in the comments if you're new. I've had 2 major injuries in 2022. Proximal hamstring tendinopathy from basically April to early June, okay? And then a sacrum stress fracture from July to 3 weeks ago. So let's call it October, roughly. So that was like a 3 months of no running, okay? So the proximal hamstring tendinopathy, PHT, if you hear me say that in the vlog, that's what I'm talking about. I had never heard of this injury before. Has any, I don't know, maybe but the more I talk about it, the more people have communicated with me that it's actually pretty prevalent in the running world, this PHT, proximal hamstring tendinopathy. And so what I didn't understand about a tendon injury is that tendons actually like work, meaning they like to lift. It's crazy. So, and again, I'm not listen to your doctor, listen to your physical therapist, but what I have learned through the the PHT is that to help a tendon heal. So my experience is that it really flared up after the Rotterdam Marathon in April. I don't know if part of it was connected to so I flew from Amsterdam to Houston and then Houston to Denver. Amsterdam to Houston, it was an 11-hour flight. I mean, it was a lot. So I had an aisle seat. I was up and moving around as much as I could, but who knows? But when I got home and I took some time off, but then I started training again for the not Sierra Zinal, but for Zagama in northern Spain in the Basque Country. And maybe I didn't take quite enough time off, but it definitely flared up right after that. And PHT, raise your hands in the comments who has suffered from proximal hamstring tendinopathy. It's not fun. You can train through it, but it's just nagging, annoying, pretty painful at times. And actually the worst pain is when you're sitting, because it's the tendon. I should have clarified this. It's the tendon that connects your hamstring muscle, the big muscles there, which I believe there's 3 of them, right, that come together in that tendon, and it connects right on your butt bone, your sit bone, okay? And it's sitting that really can aggravate it. So actually, shout out to Tommy and Crystal. They sent me a, Jeff, I see your very, very generous super chat. Thank you, sir. I'll get to that in a minute. So, this tendon flares up, and that pillow, the butter pillow, which I don't have right now, but Crystal and Tommy sent it to me. It was the softest pillow, and I sat on it, and it relieves so much pain because of the PHT. Bottom line, I got to move a little quicker here, is that to come back from it, I took 8 days off, and then I got to the physical therapist and didn't even understand that for a tendon, you want to put work into it, all right? You want to... And specifically, okay, again, based on the research I have done, you want to put heavy work, not crazy heavy, but you don't want to just be doing body weight exercises. You want to put work into it that, at the gym with weights. Bottom line, we knocked it out. But maybe, and I'll go a little quicker here on the sacrum, so maybe I changed my gait a little bit. And Jeff, I'm just going to put it on the screen so I don't miss you there. Thank you, Jeff. Very, very generous. is that maybe I changed my gait cycle a little bit. So how my stride, how I strike the ground, how I move, just a little bit. And because of the PHT, and maybe, we'll probably never know, but maybe that led to the sacrum stress fracture because there was an imbalance in my stride, and so the sacrum is, again, more clear. The sacrum is the bone. It's like your tailbone. It's where your hip connects to your spine. Basically, your spine. So it's critical. It's critical. And a quick side story, which I've mentioned before, a former rodeo clown. That was his job. He's broken something like 36 bones in his body. I think, Ann, you told me this story. And he said once that the most painful bone that he's ever broken was his sacrum. So for like 4 to 6 weeks, I had to be very, very, very careful with it. But coming back, and then I'm going to wrap up my story and get to your comments. Coming back from a stress fracture, and that's what we're talking about today, returning from a running injury, is for stress fractures, you really, 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 really got to remember. I tried to come back in, what is the date? So it's November 2nd. I tried to start running, I think it was like late September or might have been early October. No, I think it was September 21st. I think it was September 21st. Remember that. I tried 5 minutes and I felt something. And I knew, no. I do not want to go backward with a bone injury. Because if you go backward, if you come back too quickly, it's like going back to square one if you refracture it. So that's why I'm doing the every other day. If you follow me on Strava, that's why I'm adding 5 minutes a day. That's why I'm running laps. I think I probably did 10 laps today around these soccer fields in Denver, and it gets boring after a little while, I'll admit it, but you're moving, and that's the exciting thing. There's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what injury you're suffering from. Just simple movement can be life-changing, mentally, physically, and I'm out of shape, and I know it, and that's okay, because it's the long game, and I've learned some things through this whole 2022 as far as what injuries are out there. As far as I didn't even know what a sacrum bone was. Maybe I had heard of it, but I'd never heard of any other runners getting stress fractures in their sacrum. You hear of tibias, fibias, metatarsals, femurs. Those are like the big ones. Pelvis a little bit, but sacrum. So anyway, I've learned a lot, and I take it as learning moments here. All right. I'm going to stop. Let's dive in here. I'm just going to put some names up on the screen here. So I want to hear from all of you a little bit of your experience coming back from some running injuries in 2022, or maybe even beyond 2022. What has been your experience? What have you learned? And this is when everybody can chime in the chat and hopefully learn from each other's experiences, that collective DGR goodness that we have out there around the world. Okay, so let's I'll let these comments come in here. Let's go. Okay. 10 laps, baby. That's right. And Jeff, thank you again for the very generous super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Helping keep the lights on in the studio. Yes, indeed, Jeff. I do appreciate it. PHT loves those Romanian deadlifts. 100%, Chad. Oh, man, that extra weight. It's so good. Okay, let's go. Let's see here. Amber, PHT here. Lasted for 2 years until I figured out it likes to lift part. Yes. So you get it. But Amber, 2 years? Whoa. Man, I've heard of that. Now 2 years I've heard of 1 year for PHT. 2 years though, that's a long time. But it sounds like it's done now. But yes, it likes to lift. Exactly. And now for me, it flared up so bad. I did take some time off, which I've heard that's really not even necessary with PHT. I don't know. I just felt like it hurt so bad. I just needed to let it calm down a little bit. And then I started doing the lifting. So that's, anyway, Amber, thank you for, okay, here we go. Piano Man in the house from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Love eccentric strengthening activities, especially the Achilles. Tensile load is at its highest and helps align the tendon fibers. Very good. That's some good insight right there. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm trying to get to as many as possible. Let's see. Enrique says, have just had to abandon marathon prep for Valencia due to a hernia. Oh, I'm so sorry, Enrique. Man, that is rough. Sorry to hear that. Because Valencia is that early December. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, sorry to hear that. Ugh, man. Yep, it took me forever to realize what it was. I see. Okay. Michael says, I had shin splints for a while. I found out my shoes were too worn and replaced. All good now. Okay. Oh, there you go. Michael, you're in the right place. If you have any questions about running shoes, very, very good. Ryan says, I had Achilles tendonitis years ago. I'm also worried it comes back. Ryan, just curious. And curious why you're worried it might come back. Is it because of your training or because, maybe just your experience in the past? Yeah. So, yes, Enrique says early December. Hernia recovery means mobility and core strengthening for 3 to 6 months. Wow. Yeah. So you probably have seen on the vlog, if you're tuning in, thanks for tuning into the vlog. And I'm just putting extra emphasis into rebuilding. I think I made one or two vlogs. I think it was one in like August where I said I am to the moon excited about the PHT and the sacrum because it's a check on it's just a check on reality. Not getting any younger, but it's a check on, man, now, because when you're training at the level that I train at, you're tired. And sometimes you don't want to do all the little stuff, the prehab stuff, the gym work, the cross training, the core work. You just get tired. At least I do. So I'm excited to rebuild from the ground up and come back stronger and hopefully faster. So onward and up. Okay, Jeff, thank you, sir. Dealt with PHT for 1.5 years until I backed off my miles and added more strength training and body weight exercises and yoga. Now 2 years past it and still moving. Great to hear, Jeff. There you go. So there's another example of PHT lingering for a long, long time. Ooh, see, isn't it wild? All the injuries out there. I had never heard of PHT or sacrum before 2022. And now, for me, what I do, I just take this experience and it's a new tool in the toolbox. Now I can take that experience and share it with other runners who might be suffering from injuries out there. So, okay, Spencer says Indianapolis is this coming Saturday. Hoping to run somewhere in the 109 to 108 range. There you go. Oh, it's this Saturday. Very cool. Okay, so you're going for the half. Very exciting, Spencer. Man, keep it up, man. I know you're battling for it. I know you're working hard out there. I see your work on Strava. So, okay, let's go. Chad says, seems like the more I consistently strength train, the less injuries I experience. 100%. It's just true, and it's about finding the time, right? That's the trick. It's the running, it's life, and it's the time. And actually be curious, do many of you go to a gym? Do you work out at the house? Do you have your own home gym? What do you do for your strength training? Do you do body weight exercises? You don't even use equipment, just body weight. I'd be curious to hear a little bit about everyone's strategies in that department. Actually, with COVID and all the gyms, around the world shut down, we all had to get a little creative with respect to working out in the gym. Okay, Tommy says, I'm about to go on my run. Wind is my arch nemesis. 30 miles per hour winds right now. No excuses, though. Pray for me, DGR. Love you all. And prayers up for anyone going through an injury. Yeah, Tommy, go get it, buddy. Enjoy the process. As I always say, enjoy the process. All right, Tommy, go get it. All right. Scott says he is a gym member. Meredith goes to a gym in addition to stretches at home. Very good. Pilates for Rico. Nice. I can't say I've ever really dabbled in Pilates per se. Here we go, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing your insight. And I am going to put on the screen, so we'll open it up for any general questions you might have. All right. You know how to ask those. All right, let me just make this a little smaller here. All right, hold on. There we go. I had plantar fasciitis for a year. Only thing that worked for me was to stop running. I did try everything else first. However, sometimes just accepting the injury and complete rest is the answer. There you go. Sharon, plantar fasciitis might be the worst. It's because, bone injuries heal. You know what I mean? Like, this was 12 weeks, the sacrum. But soft tissue can linger and linger and linger, and it's not fun. And plantar fascia, I'm telling you, if there was one injury I would never want again, it would probably be that one. I'm not even kidding. So sorry, Sharon, but it sounds like you have mended. And I know there's other people out there watching right now who are suffering from what I like to just call PF instead of PHT. So thank you, Sharon, for sharing. Julia, I do strength training with minimal equipment at home. Ryan and I recently bought a hex bar for lifting. Very good. Chad, I prefer to run around my gym area than lift right after. It keeps me consistent. Chad, I kind of do the same thing. Yep. I like running from the gym area as well. I have everything at home. Cheaper. There you go, Vince. Hey, man, pinching pennies. Foam roll every day while I watch the daily vlog. Hey, multitasking. I like that a lot. Okay. Any questions you want to ask? And Ryan is asking, are you planning on running Boston? I am not, but there's a very, very, very more announcements on this soon. Very good chance I'll be in the area on race day. We'll just leave it at that, Ryan. But no, I'm not running Boston in 2023. Okay. Any other questions? Let's just open it up to anything you want to ask. If you want to ask me about shoes or life or training or racing or whatever it could be. Okay, Jeff is here still. Thank you, Jeff. I usually running 4 to 5 days a week, 1 day at the gym, body weight exercises 1 to 2 days, and daily yoga. There you go, Jeff. Nice. Good consistency there. Gym 6 days a week. Running days, I park at the gym and do a loop. Woo, Jeremy. Nice. You like that gym. I like that. I bet you break it up, obviously, with leg day, core, upper body type deal. Maybe. But, Jeremy, that's all about consistency right there. Okay. Trying to get to as many as possible here. Matthew Miller. Specific type of foot injury. Liz Frank fracture from lacrosse. Took off years from sports. I've heard of this fracture, and I've heard is it not the navicular? What is the bone? But it's bad. If you fracture this bone, it's like a cube. Is it the cube on your foot? But it's not a good one to fracture. I've heard of this one before, and it sounds like you're back. But man, I'm sorry if you did suffer from it. Okay. Dominic, plantar fasciitis, guilty as charged. There you go. Jeff, Pikes Peak 2023. I think so, Jeff. We'll be back. I'm not giving up on those dreams of Pikes Peak goodness. Jeff, Nova Blast 3 going to be the next review. Good question, Matt. Nike Invincible Run Flyknit 2 is going to be the first review. Second review will be the Nova Blast 3. All right, so that'll be coming down the pike sooner rather than later. Are you racing any 5K in 2020? I don't know. Maybe I'll jump in a fun 5K. We shall see. Good question. Hill interval sufficient strength training on its own? I would say, no. I mean, depending on your goals, all right? Depending on your goals, Dominic. I mean, hill training is great. It definitely can build your leg strength. I actually even prefer long, sustained uphill running, but that's just it depends on the type of racing you're getting ready for. I am a big fan of extra weight in the gym for leg strength and for injury prevention. But again, Dominic, I don't know your background. I don't know your whole situation. So take it with a grain of salt. Listen, if you don't have time to go to the gym, I think hill intervals would be great for you. So, but that's it's a big question. It's a big question right there. All right. Abel, any word on Max Road 6? I do not have them, but and I have not heard about them yet. able. Thanks for tuning in. I love how you included some close fans into the vlogs lately. Marcel, we're trying. Listen, man, I know the channel's, been through whatever a lot in 2022, but you have your DGR strong, those who are here for the long term, and that's what I am. And so reaching out to people that want to share part of their running journey on the channel, it's just exciting. I think it's very, very exciting. Yes, indeed, Ryan. That is the idea right there. DGR group run hosted by Seth. Indeed. Ryan was there last year in Boston, and he led the group run. So, Ryan, that is the idea. I have not yet, Ryan. Another Ryan. Have you tried the New Balance Super Comp Trainer? Love the shoe. It reminds me of the Invincible. There you go. Haven't tried it yet. It is sitting on the ground right over there. And there's a lot of shoes to test. I would definitely go to Boston in 2023 if we did a group run. Julia, let's just say I think there's going to be a party in Boston. All right, more details on what we have a big plan for Boston 2023. I just leave it there. I'll leave it there. All right, so we're ironing out the details right now. Amber, thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody. I'll put a couple more comments on the screen. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'm off to film a couple more vlogs today, and run is done. We are back. We are coming back smart. I do believe adding 5 minutes a day on the grass. Took out the Nova Blast 3s today in case you are just tuning in, and so far so good in those shoes. Yeah, onward and upward. Thanks for being here. Lou's here. All right, I'll get a few more shout-outs before we sign off. Amber's here again. Matthew. Yes, Cuneiform and cuboid. The name is more in reference to the midfoot area. Okay, thanks for the clarification there. Matthew. All right, turn that doorknob. Have a great Wednesday, and we will see you again on Monday. All right, Monday. We're going to celebrate all the New York City Marathon runners, everybody racing this upcoming. It sounds like it's going to be a very exciting weekend of racing for DGR runners around the world. I mean, there's a lot going down. So get excited for Monday. All right, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 5 a.m. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. All right, doorknob. Ciao.